Welcome back, my adoring public, to more Trails of Cold Steel 2. Pharaoh Fiasco here. Last episode, Eustace put away his dad for good. Well, he put away his dad for the time being, I guess I should say. I don't know if the dude's gonna get executed or anything like that. Probably nothing that extreme. But now we're just gonna hang out with our friendly friends. Yesterday was truly something else. Both myself and my husband were terrified. We never expected that Duke Alberea would be arrested either. Really? What does this mean for Bareahard? Terrifying indeed. Seeing so many tanks and armored cars in town almost made my heart stop. Why must we get swept up in all of this when it's a man's job to deal with war? Ooh, I don't know about all that. I'm so fraught with worry I can hardly focus on anything. It seems like we'll be returning home in a timely manner today. What a relief. I was rather worried when she mentioned she was going out. These are dangerous times after all. Well, armored, soldats and stuff were just flying down their roads, so... Seeing Bareahard taken over by the reformists certainly isn't something I expected to see within my lifetime. This isn't some sort of strange dream, is it? It feels far too surreal. Nope, you're 100% awake, dude. How was Princess Alphen involved in all of this? Official statements claim she was being kept safe in Heimdall. Lord Rufus refuses to make a move despite the peril we face too. I'd hate to make assumptions, but, well, something seems off here. The great Bareahard overtaken by those reformist cretins? How dare they? How dare they? If only Lord Rufus were here. He would eradicate them for us! No, dude, we're way stronger than we were the first time he fought us. He definitely wouldn't blow us out the second time. Yeah. Elliot's standing right here, so let's start with him. I wonder what's going to happen to Celtic now. Sure, Duke Alberea has been dealt with, but that's not going to heal the sadness in their hearts. And apprehending his own dad isn't exactly going to cheer Eustace up either. He seems pretty down. I wonder if I can do something to cheer him up. I've got an idea. Hey, Elliot, what do you say we head over to that restaurant in the Central Plaza? Which one? The one Eustace's uncle runs. Oh yeah, that guy. I think it might just cheer you up a bit. Eustace's uncle seems like a pretty good dude. And I think this is his maternal uncle. So no royalty or anything like that, or nobility. Deciding that this was the best way to cheer him up, Reen brought Elliot to the Sorcière restaurant. Once there, they received special permission from Eustace's uncle to go up to the VIP floor. And this theme is really nice too. Oh yeah, this will be right up Elliot's alley. What a beautiful melody. The pianist's been in several music magazines, you know. Oh, so she's famous? That'd explain how her music manages to resonate so well. Only the pros can manage that. Of course, the same goes for you too, Elliot. What? No way. Just hearing her play makes me realize that I've still got a long way to go. The world of music really is deep. Your mom was a pianist too, wasn't she? Yeah. I remember how she used to play all sorts of stuff for us. She'd always play something fun and lighthearted for me and Fiona whenever we were down. It worked like a charm. Always cheered us right up. I bet she did the same for Dad, too. Thanks, Reen. I can see why you brought me here now. You wanted to remind me that music has the power to inspire and help people move on, right? Guilty. It's just a shame I couldn't do it with my own performance, really. That would have been cool. Sorry for sucking. Don't be so hard on yourself, Reen. In fact, you've helped me realize that there's still something I can do for the people of Celtic. Now I just need the time and an ideal opportunity. Give us a shot when that time comes, okay? We'll gladly help you out. Alright, I think it's about time I had a go at it myself. Listening is nice, but nothing beats actually playing. Works for me. Alright, so he's gonna put on a concert for Celtic? Or the smoldering remains of the city formerly known as Celtic? Knowing Elliot wouldn't back down after setting his heart on playing, Reen asked Hammond and the pianist for permission. Fortunately, they were more than happy to agree, and everyone in the restaurant was soon able to enjoy a special performance from him. Unsurprisingly, he played on par with the pianist before him. Both Reen and the customers couldn't help but be fully entranced by the wonderful sound of his music. Was that? Maybe something like that was, your bond with Elliot strengthens. Well, we'll find out. I've got a theory about that particular piece that he just played. Cover and arts support. Alright. Playing piano in a big fancy restaurant like this really is a dream come true. It made me feel like maybe there is something I can do for the people of Celtic after all. Thanks for bringing me here, Reen. I feel so much better now. Oh. Recent events have been rather unsettling for us all. I just hope my music can help soothe our customers' woes. I mean, yeah, she's doing a pretty good job. Oh, a student. Why can't you understand, Father? All I want is to join my schoolmates on the Courageous. Which is precisely why I'm opposed. You're a daughter of the nobility. You can't go off gallivanting at a time like this. So her name is Teresia Caroline? This is exactly the time to go. Maybe if you weren't so thick-headed, you'd understand that. Thick-headed? How dare you use such language towards your own father? Looks like Teresia is busy at the moment. I can try again once I've met up with the rest of the gang. Yeah, let's leave her to it. Alright. Merchant Bareahard. The battles may have come to an end, but who knows how business will go from here on out. I lost a good friend recently, too. Just got back from paying my respects. Ah, Market Manager Otto. Are the rumors of what happened to Celtic true? If so, I'm not entirely sure if I should be doing business like this after all. Yeah, Celtic had a bit of a rough time. Hey, did you hear the rumor about His Majesty being held captive in Heimdall? The Noble Alliance has been keeping all sorts of stuff from us, so I can totally believe it. Man, can you imagine what a scandal that'd be if it turned out to be true? Both of these are glistening soup and elegant pilaf, so we can give these to Monica. Welcome. Are you all planning on resting today? I can only imagine how exhausted you must be after all that's happened. Allow me to be so bold as to request that you all stay by Lord Eustace's side as much as possible as well. While they were never on good terms, having to arrest his own father must have hurt him more than he's letting on. We'd be honored to, sir. Alright. While things may be tense in the city, we have every intention of providing our usual high-quality service. Please take this opportunity to relax. Okay, so he didn't have any recipes for us. That's fine. Let's see who we've got next. Alisa. Well, let's talk to these jokers first. Bareahard is now under the Imperial Army's jurisdiction, you say? Oh, Adios, what waking nightmare is this? This simply can't be real! I mean, it is, though. I heard that Lord Eustace was appointed acting head of the Bareahard family after the Duke's arrest. Okay, so it didn't go to Rufus. What is the meaning of this? Why was he chosen over Lord Rufus? Maybe it was, I wouldn't put it past Rufus to have some sort of long con. I'm glad Duke Bareahard's arrest went as smoothly as it did. I mean, for a certain value of smoothly. I hope Otto can find some peace now. I'm sure he will. Arresting the Duke was never going to give the people of Celtic back what they'd lost, but it's the most we could do for them. And we've got you and Valimar to thank for that. Without the two of you, the Duke might still be in power right now. Is something wrong? No, I'm fine. Don't mind me. She's definitely got something on her mind. Alisa, if you've got something on your mind, there's no need to keep things bottled up. I'm always here if you need someone to talk to. Typical Rean. Well, maybe not that typical. You're not usually this sharp. But you're right. And now that you bring it up, let me ask you a favor. A favor? I wonder what she could be wanting.
I do not understand the question.
Okay.
I request clarification. You and not my awakener wish to board me?
Wow. I guess this was important enough for hers to be voiced.
That's exactly what I want to do. Would that be possible? I don't want to use you to fight or anything like Rean does. I just want to see what it's like inside. Just for a little while, if that's okay.
I would be intensely curious myself.
Is that not possible or something? You said they were secondary contractors, so I was thinking it wouldn't be a problem, but maybe I had the wrong idea.
You do not. It is entirely possible for secondary contractors to board me.
Really?
She's got excited all of a sudden.
However, only my awakener is able to operate me as intended. There is no comprehensible reason for anyone else to desire access to my interior.
Does Valimar not understand that being inside him is kind of cool?
Huh, it's okay. I don't need to operate you, honest.
Thanks, Valimar. Can you let her inside then?
As you wish.
She got the little exclamation point. Oh.
Oh, what? What?
Well, I guess it is standing room only, so...
Valimar, did you really have to pick this position?
While I have more than sufficient room for a human and a familiar to ride in comfort, an extra human does put an unforeseen demand on available space. I am afraid there was not much I could do under the circumstances.
Right. Valimar, the ultimate wingman, dude.
Oh, you are so lying.
It's fine. I guess we can make do for a little while. It's kind of weird sitting like this with you, but I guess I am the one who asked for it. I'll live.
Well, if you're all right with it, I'm sure not going to complain, but...
Yeah, take it all in.
So this is what Valimar looks like on the inside, huh?
Wow, dude, they really like Alisa.
It's kind of gloomy, isn't it?
I think it looks really cool.
Well, there's not much point in having the front screen on when I'm not actually fighting. I have it up often enough these days, but honestly, it doesn't bother me that much. I can see outside fine when I need to.
Oh, right. It's weird to sit here and think of all the battles you've fought with Valimar. When you fought those Alliance soldats and against Scarlet and Vulcan, you were right where you're sitting now. Even when you fought with Crow.
The fights are always different, but the scenery in here doesn't change much. I'm usually so caught up in the fight that I don't really pay much attention to what it looks like inside here.
It looks like you're sitting inside of a starship. At least that's how I've always viewed it.
Selene and Valimar have helped me a lot, though, so I'm getting better at this whole thing, bit by bit.
It's just not fair.
She's gonna be like, you shouldn't have to carry the burden all by yourself or something.
We're your classmates and your friends. We're supposed to be fighting alongside each other all the way.
Yep.
But you and Valimar always take on the hardest battles. All we can really do is back you up from the sidelines. And to be honest, it's been on my mind for a while now. It bugs me to feel like we're just not doing enough.
Well, some of you guys have really good EX arts. Some of you guys don't have very good EX arts at all. So a bunch of you are pulling your weight, and many more of you are not. But we're not going to worry about that right now.
Oh. So that's why you wanted to see what Valimar looked like on the inside?
Yeah. I thought if I could, I'd have a better understanding of what you go through and what it must be like. Looking around, it feels even more isolated than I expected. Lonely, even. Seeing all the things you do from the outside, then seeing what it looks like on the inside, I have to wonder, are you okay with the way things are? Are you okay with putting yourself on the line over and over like this?
Does she know that she's talking to Reen? This dude would throw himself into like a blazing inferno for Class 7. Or for some randos he just met earlier that day. Come on.
Shouldering such a huge burden all alone, and even the burden of those lives you weren't able to save?
Lisa, I've never once felt like I was fighting those battles alone.
Right? This is Reen, dude.
You said it yourself, right? I've got all of you backing me up, either on the ground or on the courageous. Sure, you're not inside Valimar with me, but I know you all have my back. That's why I can keep fighting day after day. In that sense, it's not so different from our days at Thor's.
Well...
You don't have to worry about me, Alisa. As long as I know you're all there and that I can look forward to seeing you again after each operation, I'll fight my hardest and I'll come home the victor. All I ask is that you keep me in your heart and lend me your aid.
Wow. Smooth.
Always, Reen. Just don't go doing anything too reckless in here, okay? You're really important to all of us. But especially to me, so...
Alisa...
Is
there a problem?
Valimar is like, I can read heightened body heat from you, sir.
Oh,
Right, you guys are not alone in there. What are you doing?
What is it, Valimar?
I have detected an abnormal increase in your heart rates.
There we go.
Maintaining optimal health is ideal. I recommend rest and a medical examination.
No, it's okay. We're fine. We're doing... great.
yeah, never felt better. Thanks for worrying about us, Valimar.
It's okay. But, yeah. I did not expect one of these to be voiced. But I would have thought it would have been, someone would have been, I would have been curious about going inside Valimar long before then. After taking a moment to unfluster themselves, Reen and Alisa disembarked from Valimar. And all while feeling slightly embarrassed and more than a little awkward, they made their way back to Bareahard. Your bond with Alisa strengthened. Though considering how Valimar likes to make people sit, no guys are probably going to inquire. Well, thanks for letting me go inside Valimar with you. It's kind of nice to have a rough idea of what you've got to go through. You're welcome, I guess. But you might want to teach him to be a little bit more considered... ignore me. I was just talking crazy right now. No idea how that happened. Where's... I guess there might be somebody in the Hotel Esmeralda. Hers is probably going to be the only one that's voiced, though. There should be... No? No, we got nada. Sure, let's see what these guys are talking about. Master Richmond and Count Gordy have been competing to see who could make more Mira from investment. Count Gordy was winning. Until yesterday, at least. I'm certain Count Gordy must be flabbergasted at the moment. Regardless, I must schedule our return to Ortis at once. Galberet has been arrested? Goodness, I'm looking forward to telling everyone back home about this. Alright, would be, but I'm far more concerned about the Imperial Army taking control of Kreutzen. Perhaps I should retreat to Ortis while I still can. Alright. And then we got some noble people, but... And that's a maid. Alright. It was really just Alisa over here? Oh, you know what? There we go. I keep forgetting about this. So, Fee's gonna be down here. We can hang out with Fee next. Oh, Fee is sitting right there with one shoe? Fee? What's going on? Why are you sitting here wearing only one sock? The sole of one of my boots came off while I was walking, and now my foot kinda hurts. So I'm taking a break. Well, after all those boots have been through, I can't really blame them for giving up the ghost like that. Is your foot gonna be okay? Once I've rested a bit, sure. I'll get the boot fixed up after that. You can just keep walking. Wait, how does she think she's gonna get to that tailor without footwear? Is she just gonna roll down this hill? Oh, we just immediately, no preamble, no nothing? Alright. Reen's probably gonna end up carrying her there. Okay, foot's feeling better now. Off we go. Hold up, V. You're not actually planning on walking there with your foot like that, are you? Might as well. I'm used to this kind of stuff anyway. Well, maybe so, but you still shouldn't be walking around on it like that. What if you step on something sharp on the way? What do you want me to do then? Guess I'll be the gallant knight here. There we go. Here we go. What's up? Did it start hurting again? I'm fine. Just kinda amazed, really. Don't think anyone else would have offered a piggyback ride in that situation. Huh? Don't worry about it. Into the store we go, my steed. Sorry, but the Pony Express stops here. Upon reaching the tailor, Reen asked them to fix up V's shoe for her. They were told it would be a quick process, so they had to look around the store in the meantime. Oh, hey, they've got Stregas here. You're pretty fond of this brand, aren't you? Sure am. Seems like they've only got formal wear here, though. Strega makes formal wear? Interesting. Would have been up for buying some new sneakers if they had any. I don't see you prancing around in formal wear anyway, to be honest. How long have you been a fan? Since you were in Zephyr? Yep, the boss brought me a pair for helping out with something. That was the second present he gave me, in fact. Oh? What was the first then? The name Quasel. Oh! That's how she got her last name? That's a present I'll never let go of, either. There's no one else in the world who can give me that, after all. I know how you feel. Dad welcoming me as a proper member of the Schwarzer family meant the world to me. So, yeah, let's keep our appreciation for that close to our hearts. Speaking of things from the past, I was actually reminded of the boss when you were giving me that piggyback ride. Huh? He did the same for me not long after bringing me into Zephyr. Stuff like that's what made me feel like he actually was my real dad. Fee. There's something else I realized, too. You remind me of the boss, but you're not actually him in the end. Just like Class 7 isn't the same family that Zephyr was, even though both are important to me. I'm not the same person I was back then, either. I don't want to sit around and be protected all the time anymore. Yeah, and that's right. We're all in this together, Fee. Supporting each other is the obvious way to go. Yep, and I'm gonna use what I learned from my old family to do just that. Thanks, Reen. Not at all. Okay, cool. So that's how she got her last name. It took a little more than time before their order was ready, so the two wandered the store for a while longer. Once it was, they saw that Fee's shoes were as good as new. Your bond with Fee strengthened. There we go. Counterattack. Okay. You guys and Zephyr are very different families, but you're both important to me. And I'll do whatever it takes to keep my family safe. We're all facing tough times, as you know. The war is certainly taking its toll. Surely you'd be willing to extend the deadline on the final 20,000 mare for me in light of that. Oh, didn't you hear? Croydon's no longer a part of the war. Oh, hey. Well, certainly it couldn't hurt to wait just a little bit longer. Please, have mercy on this poor noble. Yeah. Or, nah. So where else do we got? Looks like... Let's hit up... Everybody's clustered around the store, looks like. Though, Emma... It seems she's hanging out... Well, I thought she was here. Noble District. Okay, so we gotta go this way. Yeah, we'll hang out with Emma next. And then, Gaius will probably be after that. Yeah. There she is. What's up, guys? Well, I guess it's just Emma. What a peaceful place. It was during our field study, of course, but it's nice to see that it's still the case. This peace could be a recent development, though. These past few weeks might not have been so kind. They certainly haven't been kind to Eustace. Still, there's not much we can do now except rest and recover. And we need it. This does seem like a nice enough place to rest, to be honest. Hey, would you mind if I sat with you for a while? Not to steal your idea or anything, but this does seem like a nice spot to take a break. I certainly thought so. Please, make yourself comfortable. I guess they just don't have winter in Erebonia. It's nice and quiet here. Not too cold either. Don't think I've been able to sit back and relax like this in a long time. My eyes feel so heavy. Must be more tired than I thought. Wow. Reen? Looks like he fell asleep. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. He must be exhausted after Auroch's fort. In that case... She's about to cast a spell? Huh? I must have fallen asleep. On something nice and comfy, no less. Oh, well, hey. Hello there, sleepyhead. Emma? Yeah. Whoa! Emma? Why was I on your lap? Did you sleep well? Best sleep of my life. Don't change the subject. Well, let me apologize. That's also classic Reen. I really didn't expect to end up sleeping on your lap like that. I'm the one who put you there in the first place, so no need to think about apologizing. I couldn't leave you to sleep on a cold, hard bench after all. One of my duties as a witch is to support you. Just think of this as another form of support. That's kind of a stretch. I would appreciate it if you let me do this much for you at least. It's all thanks to both you and Valimar that Bareahard regained its peace. In fact, I believe we've managed to come as far as we have thanks to your efforts. I don't know about that, Emma. You're forgetting that I had all of you. I've been able to push myself through all this only thanks to the people who chose to stick by me. Besides, I never would have come across Valimar in the first place if it weren't for your guidance. You think that much of us, Reen? Well, yeah. We've still got a long road ahead of us, right? That road will eventually lead us to Crow and Vita. So, sorry, but you're still stuck with us, Emma. We need your support now more than ever. I can live with that. I'll do everything in my power to help, both as your friend and as your class president. Okay. Well, that was extremely helpful, though. I can't believe Reen felt your bond with Emma strengthened. I can't believe Reen felt comfortable enough to just fall asleep in the middle of the park like that. Auto charge. Alright. I intend to keep doing what I can for Class 7 as its president. And what I can do for you as the witch tasked with guiding you. Hopefully I'll be able to make myself useful in both regards. Oh, actually there's a pair of people. Ah. Well, let's check out what she's up to. Yesterday certainly was a frightening experience. I don't think I've ever seen so many soldiers before. Poor Bootsy still hasn't gotten over it. Shh, it's okay now. I'm right here. And then... we can't go directly to the Septian Church? That's fine. Just go ahead and swing around this statue, now that its eyes are no longer dripping limestone or whatever it was. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, hello there. You two have been stopping by rather often as of late. Of course, it's always a pleasure to see you so full of energy. Might I ask how you're faring? We're fine. Yep. That's good to hear. Don't worry about us. Lord Eustace always made it a point to tell us to come here if things ever got dangerous. We can't really hear what goes on outside from here either, so Robbie doesn't get scared. Some really scary stuff happened yesterday. But I was here with Annette, so I wasn't scared at all. Well, that's good. It's good that we were able to put an end to the issue with Eustace's father. But the winds that blow through this nation grow more tempestuous. So I'm here to pray that they might finally calm. At least a little. I could probably use a little prayer right now. I think I'll join you, actually. So, this is kind of a weird request, but while we're here, would you mind teaching me how people pray in Nord? Sure. Shall we move up a little then? Do they do it a different way? Maybe they get down on one knee. There we go. That should do. Praying like this kind of makes me feel in tune with the wind as well. Well, it is the traditional Nord way of prayer after all. They say that doing so calls forth the voices of the spirits in Adios in order to rid the world of disaster. Of course, how that actually works isn't really explained. Yeah, sounds like religion. Ha, I see. It's kind of frustrating to know that all we can really do right now is pray. Reen? Well, this war has brought about so many sacrifices at this point. Whether it be the innocent victims or the soldiers who fell in battle. But in the end, there's nothing we can do to stop that. Keldik's proof enough of that. That's why I can't help but feel so frustrated at myself. I understand what you mean. I felt the same during my time in Nord. There's simply nothing we can do in the face of such a powerful storm. But that doesn't mean we should stand by idly as we watch the destruction. I know that. But it's just... no one person can make their way through life without help. No one can cover every need, every eventuality. But that's okay, because mankind shows its greatest strengths through banding together. Huh? Those are the words of an old traveling priest who used to visit Nord long ago. In the end, there's only so much we can do alone. However, by accepting this and working together, people can overcome any trial they face. My time with Class 7s led me to believe that this is what he meant. Huh. Maybe that's a quote from Kevin or something? Either way, we now know a lot more about how to pray in Nord, so... You're not alone, Reen. You have me and the rest of Class 7, not to mention many other comrades with you. So let's do what we can to prevent any more tragedies like Keldik from happening. You're always so confident, Gaius. Maybe I should take a few pointers from you. This doesn't change the fact that we've got a tough road ahead of us, though. Knowing I've got all of you by my side makes me confident that we'll pull through. I feel very much the same. Let's walk down the road together, then, and take back our home. Right. Alright. So that's our bond with Gaius strengthened, then. Your bond with Gaius strengthened. Alright. Character notebook updated. And then we've got one more before we've got to reload. How about Machias? Or, now let's do Millium instead. Yeah. Or whoever we see first when we get into this store. There's no one on the ground floor? Alright. Let's take a little... Oh, nope. We saw Machias first. She looks... Aloise. Yesterday was absolutely terrifying. We could hear the battle taking place even in here. I don't think we could have asked for a bigger reminder that our country's at war. Eustace's recent actions have me thinking. My father stepped from the path of righteousness. Would I be able to do the same thing Eustace did? Would you? I don't even want to think about it. Eustace and his father had had a wedge driven between them long before this, but yeah, I'm sure it still massively sucked. It couldn't have been easy for him, of course. It'd take a lot of strength to stand up to your father like that. But I'm sure having our support is helping him make it through. He might not say it, but I think he appreciates us being here. He might be right. Aside from our support helping him, he's so full of himself that he's bound to recover once his ego reinflates itself. And on that note, I have shopping to do. Wouldn't want to show too much compassion, would we, Machias? What could he be here to buy, though? Yeah. What are you here to buy, anyway? Flowers for some special occasion? That's one way to put it. Actually, while you're here, mind helping me choose? I think it'd make him happier if you did. So he's buying a present for Eustace? Yeah, that's probably exactly what's going on. Together, Reen and Machias made their choice. And walked to the North Kreutzen Highway. Huh. Okay. So are we about to... Oh! Wait, what? Is this a thing about his sister? This is Sar Bridge, right? Is there a reason you brought that bouquet, Machias? It's my way of paying my respects. This lake flows toward Celtic, so I guess here will do. It's for the market manager, isn't it? Well, yes. I owe him a lot, after all. It's because of him that we were able to avoid being noticed by the provincial army during our time in Celtic. I don't think Class 7 ever would have been reunited if it weren't for his help. It's frustrating, knowing that we'll never be able to pay him back. This is the least I can do for him. Machias. It was the anniversary of my cousin's death the other day, too, but I wasn't able to visit her grave. I couldn't with how things are at the moment, but it's the least I can do for her, too. Oh, was it? What exactly are you planning to do with that bouquet? Gaius taught me about a Nord way of paying respects to the dead that I wanted to try. They say that by sending a bouquet down a river, your feelings will reach those that have departed. This is my way of swearing an oath to both of them, that we'll make it through this war no matter what, and that I'll work toward turning Erebonia into a country where the innocent have no need to suffer anymore. If only. Changing an entire country sounds impossible, but you know what, Machias? Part of me feels like we could pull it off. If we can make it through this, there's no limit to what we can do, to what we can change. You really think so? Glad you feel the same as I do. That's pretty cool, though. I'm sure your cousin and the market manager are watching over us, too. So let's make sure not to disappoint them. I wouldn't dream of it. Watch me, you two. With Class 7 by my side, I'll make sure to fulfill this vow I've given. Alright. Machias has people he's fighting for too, dude. I respect that. Reen and Machias stood in respectful silence as they watched the bouquet float into the distance. Once it was completely out of view, they walked back to Bareahard. And then he hit level 4 as well. Alright, so now we've got to reload. And then pick a different group of 6. And then I think that's going to leave us with maybe like one person left over or something. But it's going to be fine. Let's... Okay, now let's do Millium. Yeah. That should be good. Millium should be up here, I guess. Okay, there she is. For a moment, I was like, what the heck? Which one do I want? I would buy Christ Who's Gonna Die Next, but that's just me. Hey, Millium. Never pictured you as the bookstore type. What are you looking for? I'm not. I just want a good book for making sweet stuff. After all our hard work, I thought it'd be nice to make a treat for everyone. Wow, that's really thoughtful of you. I'm sure the others would be thrilled. It's kind of surprising to hear that she thought this up out of the blue, too. You just wait. You guys are gonna love it. Whatever it is. No promises I won't eat it all up before you get the chance to try it, okay? It might be too delicious to resist. As thoughtful as she's being, I'm kind of nervous about letting her cook on her own. What do you say to letting me be your sous chef on this one? If you want. But I get to order you around, and you can't get in my way or you will suffer the consequences. Deal? You got it. No idea where that confidence is coming from, but now I can make sure she doesn't blow anything up. We should probably start by deciding what we want to make first. Some sort of sweet should be fine. Yeah. After some deliberation, the two settled on making an apple tart. They made a quick supply stop in a store in Bareahard and then headed to the Courageous' kitchen, rolled up their sleeves, and got to work. Hopefully the apple tart turns out nicely. And then we get something we can give to Monica. Hi-ya! Careful, William! Look, this is how you're supposed to hold it, see? Aw, why are you always cramping my style? Cooking's all about heart, and I've got tons of that. Well, you're going to stab me in the heart if you don't stop brandishing that kitchen knife like a deadly weapon. My arm's going dead. Can I stop whisking this now? Sure, if you don't want it to rise properly in the oven. Come on, stop whining and concentrate. And no tasting until it's done. Fine. Full speed whisking ahead. Great. Now we just need to wait for it to cool. Ooh, I'm so excited! Is it ready yet? It's been less than a minute. Watching over and supporting Milliam proved to be no small task. Thankfully, the apple tart was successfully completed. Yay! We're finally done! And look how nice it looks. It's really magical what can happen when you don't use salt instead of sugar. Yeah, I'd imagine. Huh? I should have to ruin the moment by bringing that up. Still, thanks for all the help. You're welcome. It was fun. The idea kind of came out of left field, though. When I think of you, I think of destruction, not creation. Any particular reason you decided to make something for a change? I don't know. I just feel kinda... something? Like, it's hard to describe, but I've got this weird tightness in my chest that won't go away. I think it first showed up when I saw what happened to Celtic. It's got me all restless. I always feel like I've got to do something. It doesn't matter what as long as I do it. I was hoping the feeling would go away when we caught Duke Alberea, but that didn't happen. If anything, Eustace having to arrest his dad only made things worse. Any idea what I've got, Dr. Reen? I know exactly what you've got, and it's not anything unusual. It sounds like she's just sad. It's called sadness. Everyone feels it sometimes, but I guess this might be the first time you have. So that's what this is. Neat. I had no idea. I've never felt like this before. It's kinda out of character for me, though. Personally, I think this might actually be a good thing. It's a sign that you're growing and maturing. As a person, I mean, not as an intelligence agent. I'm growing? Sad things happen. It's a fact of life. But it's by overcoming those things and moving past them that we can grow as people. So don't be ashamed of how you're feeling. There's no reason to hide it if you're sad. You matter too much to do that to yourself. You really think so? Okay. I'm still not totally sure how to deal with how I'm feeling right now. But thanks for talking to me about it. So, are we gonna dig into that apple tart or what? No? Too much to ask for? Their sad conversation complete, Reen and Milliam put the finished apple tart in the fridge to share with the rest of their friends later. Afterwards, they both left the Courageous and returned to Bareahard. And then for her... cheer. That's fine. Thanks for the help, Reen. That probably would have been a big pain in the butt if you weren't there. And now we can treat everyone later. Let's, there's only a couple more people we can even hang out with. Let's do Alphen next. We've got to... Oh, we can just go directly to Bareahard Airport. Very nice. So where is she? She's probably hanging out right next to the loading dock. No, she's right here. And she's... Oh, okay, right. She's incognito. It would seem they're about to hold mass over at the cathedral. I'm thinking of sneaking in kind of incognito, but... Something the matter? It's nothing. Just pretend I didn't say anything. Oh, and try to get some rest, Reen. You must be exhausted. She seems like she's got something on her mind. Would you mind if I joined you, Your Highness? I feel much more at ease if I at least escorted you to the cathedral. Just as a precaution, of course. Would you, Reen? Thank you so much for your concern. Shall we be off then? At Mass? Seeing Bareahard's cathedral up close is always breathtaking. You've been to Bareahard before, haven't you? That's right. I have a number of noble acquaintances here, even. Speaking of which, today's Mass seems to have attracted more of them than usual. It looks like it's intended as an occasion to mourn the losses suffered by Celtic. Oh. Judging by all the people I saw go in, it'll probably be a fairly large event. So it seems. I plan to attend as well, to offer my prayers to the market manager. But... no, it's nothing. Let's go inside, Reen. Does she feel guilty or something? Or maybe... Actually, I don't know. She must just be feeling guilty about what happened. Or maybe that we couldn't get there in time or something? Who knows? And so Reen and Princess Alphen entered the cathedral to attend the mass currently being held. Of course, they were careful to sit behind the majority of attendees to avoid standing out. However, during the sermon... Oh, this is ominous. I'm sure you've all heard by now of the terrible tragedy that took place in Celtic recently. In light of this, let us offer up our prayers for the people there. May Adios be with them all. Rest in peace, Otto. What's going to happen to us from here on out? I can't believe they actually arrested Duke Alberea. Not to mention the fact that we've been removed from the Noble Alliance's jurisdiction. But why, though? I see no reason to accept the Imperial Army when our own army is still intact. Duke Alberea certainly has made a muck of things this time. Are these people for real? Are we supposed to be mourning for the people of Celtic? There's a time and a place for self-pity, and it sure as hell isn't now. Besides, surely Celtic was partly to blame for what happened too, no? Wow! I heard all about their belligerent attitude towards Duke Alberea. And yet he was arrested simply for teaching them a lesson? Disgraceful. Disgraceful, I know. The beloved empire certainly has been on the decline these past couple of years. Nobles are just the best people! I can't take much more of this. Just who in the world do you people think you are? Huh? Who dares to raise their voice during Holy Mass? Wait, I know that face. Princess Alphen? How could you make light of what happened in Celtic? Do you genuinely believe that it's none of your concern that Celtic deserved its fate? Is this how you treat your fellow Erebonians? Don't you realize that by putting aside such social labels, this tragedy could have been prevented? Your Highness. But maybe I'm not one to talk. I may have shared the same sentiments as you all had I continued to live my cozy life in Heimdall. I would have done little other than pity them without making an attempt to truly understand the gravity of the matter. In the end, it would have just been another event on the long list of things to eventually forget. But please, I beg of you, please realize that whether they are a noble or a commoner, every life matters. The people who suffered in Celtic, who lost their lives because of this war, are no less important than any of us. Each and every one of them lived a life of their own and had a future ahead of them until it was ripped away. Your Highness. Your Highness. Reen. We should probably get out of here, though. So please, I ask anyone in disagreement with the Duke's arrest to go see Celtic for themselves. If that's not enough to convince you his arrest was the right thing to do, then by all means, bring your complaints to me. I swear in the Arner household that I will listen to every single one of you in earnest. Hey, she's like, put your money where your mirror, put your mouths where your mirror are, dude. After Princess Elfin's speech, they left the cathedral that had turned deathly quiet. From there, Reen escorted her back to the airport. The entire way, she struggled to hold back her tears. Yeah, that was a little... Thank you, Reen. I've gotten a hold of myself now. Oh, how embarrassing it is to act out like that during a holy mass. I'm sure my brother would have been able to handle that situation much better. Prince Oliver would have handled that in his own way, sure. That doesn't make your actions any less worthy of respect, however. You don't think it was too much? I mean it when I say that speech hit very close to home. That's why I'm sure some of the nobles there must have been impacted the same way. If anything, I'd say you've made me feel more proud to be a member of the Empire than ever before. Did I? Hey, she stood up for them when they were being friggin' ridiculous. Hey, Reen's signature move. I'm sure when this war comes to an end, your words will be able to reach even more people too. Until then, all we can do is keep fighting. Thank you, Reen. Hearing you say that is such a relief. Happy to help, Your Highness. Let's just focus on doing what we can for now, okay? Please don't forget that we're all here to support you. Thank you! Alright. That's our bond with Princess Elfin should strengthen next. We're probably going to be hitting... After Reen escorted Princess Elfin to the Courageous, he headed back to town. She went back onto the Courageous? So we can't talk to her again after that. Yeah, she's gone. Alright. So next up, we've got... Well, once it... Oh, I guess we've got to go to the store? Who's hanging out on the North Croydson Highway? Oh, that must be her in the tavern. Alright, let's talk to Instructor Sarah next. See how she's feeling. Oh no, that's Toa. With a helmet? Oh, her captain's hat. Toa, is something wrong? Oh, no, it's nothing. I was just thinking about Bareahard finally being freed from the Duke's clutches and ended up spaced out. You know how when you finish something you're really nervous about and all the exhaustion washes over you at once? That's what I'm going through. But don't worry about me. I'll be back on the ship by the time everyone else is. The more she tells me not to worry, the more worried I get. I wonder if she needs to talk to someone. Mind if I sit with you for a while? There's a really nice breeze here, so I figured it might be a good spot to relax. Oh, sure, go ahead. So we're probably going to get to hear a little bit about what's really ailing Toa. I don't want to sound pushy here, but, well, if you have something on your mind, Toa, I'm more than willing to listen. Huh? I realize that I might not be able to offer any real help, but you've done so much for everyone and me personally, both at Thor's and on the Courageous. That's why I want to do whatever I can for you in return. That's really sweet of you, Reen. Thanks. To tell the truth, I'm not really sure if I'm the best fit to be the Courageous's captain anymore. She hasn't done anything that would warrant that line of thought, though. Part of me wishes I declined back when Viscount Arcade asked me. Can I ask why? Well, we managed to set Bareahard free and have Duke Albarea arrested, right? But when you think about it, that won't do much to ease the pain for those in Celtic. It won't bring back those that we've lost, either. And it's not just that. Think back to when Fiona was taken hostage or what happened to with Angie. In the end, I just stood there uselessly waiting for you guys to solve everything. All while having the Courageous at our disposal too. That's why I can't help but wonder what a more capable captain would have been able to accomplish. Have you been bottling this stuff up all this time? Sorry for unloading on you. I promised myself I'd become a much stronger person, and yet here I am, fretting over every little thing. I'm really not suited to be your captain at all, am I? Oh! Oh, smooth. Phew. Thanks for getting it back for me, but still. Trust me when I say that your worries couldn't be further from the truth. I can't think of a single person more suited to be our captain than you. But Reen! In the end, we're still students. We don't have the kind of experience Prince Oliver and Viscount Arcade do. There's no way anyone expects you to be able to do what they can. But despite that, you took it upon yourself to accept such a crucial position in Viscount Arcade's place. You're doing everything you can to fulfill that role, even when you're just a student. Seeing you work like that is what's inspired all of us, you know? We wouldn't be the same team without you. That's not true. There we go. Huh? I'm certain that everything we've done so far is bringing us one step closer to taking back our school. Accomplishing that will probably be our biggest challenge yet, though. And that's exactly why we need you. Having you alongside us is the greatest motivation we could ever ask for. Of course, we have no intention of letting this be one-sided. We'll be there for you as much as you are for us. You mean it, Reen? Boy, you're awfully convincing, huh? You're right. We should be using our worries as a means to better ourselves, shouldn't we? I'm such a dummy for forgetting something as simple as that. Hey, we all have our moments. It won't be long now until we can finally take back Thor's. We're gonna go all out and make it a reality, right? Right. Right. So we got Toa the pep talk that she was needing. She's not gonna rejoin us on the front lines anytime soon, it looks like, but we're getting closer and closer. Thanks for the talk, Reen. I might not be much of a captain yet, but I'll keep working at it. The better I get, the sooner we can take back our academy. And let's yeah, let's do Laura next, and then Sarah's gonna be last. Wait, what the heck? And then this way. So Laura must be standing at the end of this this stretch of road then. Or wait, what the heck? I am so disoriented right now. Let's try leaving this way. Okay. There she is. Oh, okay. Interesting. I wonder why Laura's going out to the canyon alone. I know she can handle herself just fine, but still. Yeah, I've got some time on my hands, so let's go check on her. Make sure nothing too wild's occurring. Laura's probably just gonna let off some steam or something. Just kinda vent by killing a bunch of monsters. Laura? Oh, wow. Huh? He's doing that really close to the city. Laura? Hey, are you alright? Why would you jump in there when it's this cold out? She dived all the way from up there? And she's standing in the water at that height? She should have crashed into the bottom, dude. Whatever, let's not worry about it. Or maybe she's just floating and the game's just not rendering that. Oh, I see you've come along too, Reen. There's no need for concern. It's cold but refreshing. That definitely seems like she's standing, but let's choose to believe she's just floating in it, because otherwise that water is too shallow to dive into. She seems like she's okay. I know she's used to winter swimming, but we're at the coldest part of the year right now. Does she want to clear her mind or something? That raises the question of what could be troubling her. I mean, there are only a couple of things that could, but maybe she's got some sort of anxiety about her role as a noble. Laura finally came ashore after spending a little more time in the water. Realizing she would be freezing, Reen made sure she had a towel ready for her. My apologies. Perhaps it was a bit much to try my hand at swimming during this time of the year. It really was. Is something up? I know you're fond of swimming, but doing something like this out of the blue wasn't like you. See? Sorry, but you're gonna have to let me dry your hair off at least. Very well then. Having dried off her hair, Reen left Laura to finish drying off otherwise and get changed. In the meantime, he headed back into town to grab her something warm to drink. Thank you for your consideration, Reen. I've warmed up plenty now. See? It was worth me fussing over you. Want to head back to the Courageous? You could catch a cold if you stay out here. No need. I'm fine. As you know, I'm used to this. I'd like to apologize for worrying you, however. Well, I wasn't too worried. It's you we're talking about. So, did you bring that swimsuit from Thor's or something? Yes, actually. I found it in my luggage after leaving. I use it often during the time Emma and I spent in Legram, too. It sounds funny when I say it out loud, but swimming has always been a way for me to wash away my concerns and hesitations. Of course, Emma had a similar reaction to yours whenever I did. It's not funny at all, really. I get what you mean. As a noble, I found myself thinking a lot about what happened here in this province. I was right on the money, dude! It is true that what Duke Alberea did to Celtics is beyond unforgivable. However, one could also argue that he never would have employed such tactics if war had never broken out. It's clear that his position in both the Four Great Houses and the Noble Alliance is what drove his actions. You may have a point. There's no guarantee that any other noble wouldn't have ended up doing the same. What's funnier than what you said is that I'm technically a noble too, but I never even thought of things like that before. We still have a long way to go. Not just in swordsmanship either. It doesn't benefit us to single-mindedly dedicate ourselves purely to that. Still, I feel that if we're able to make it through this, we will be so much stronger thanks to the experience. I want to rise above every challenge life throws my way, both as a swordsman and a noble. Naturally, that involves trusting in others rather than attempting to deal with those challenges alone. Perhaps you're an ideal partner to keep me in check, Reen. Laura? I didn't mean anything special by that, mind you. It's just that since you also happen to be a swordsman, we should strive to motivate each other. I'm curious to see where we can go from here. There are many incredible warriors taking part in the war, but together, I believe we can catch up to them. And just maybe, we'll be able to reach the strength of the Lance Maiden herself. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing just how far our swordsmanship will take us. Alright. At least we prevented her from freezing herself to death. That would have been bad. The two talked for a while longer before deciding to walk back into town. Level 6. Almighty Blow and Fury. Interesting. And then her character notebook, yeah, probably won't update. Sorry for troubling you, Reen. Don't worry about it. Just make sure you don't end up catching a cold or anything, okay? Duly noted. Maybe I'll make myself some hot tea when we get back. And then last, she's at the tavern, which is down here, I guess. Oh no, okay, so she's on Artisan Street. Alright. Eustace had already decided that we were going to make his canon, so we're not gonna worry about him just yet. Oh, wait, can you walk past it? That's the Alouette Inn. Wait, does the Alouette Inn count as a tavern? No, this would definitely be it, wouldn't it? Okay, cool. Hey there, Reen. Oh, hi there, instructor. Are you feeling a little better now? Feeling just fine, thank you very much. Well, I might have overdone it a bit against those guys. Still, at least I was able to see you kids off like a good teacher should. No regrets here. Instructor. Come on. Don't give me that look. I might be here resting, but you look like you should get some rest yourself. She's always dodged having to tell us much about her past, but she might actually be making an exception this time. Yeah. Would you mind if I stayed here and rested a bit with you? I'd even be happy to join you for a drink or something. Water, I guess. Really? You're gonna be rolling into bars chatting up the ladies like a pro soon with the way you're going. Just take a seat there. I'll get you a little something fancier than water on me. So she's gonna start us off with a cider or something? But yes, let's hear more about Northumbria and all about how she was growing up there. Whew! This hard liquor fights back! Gotta pace myself better. Can't chug them because they're too strong. I'm 3 sheets to the wind before I know it. It's better than nothing, but I'll take a good beer or cider any day. I'm struggling with this cocktail personally. Feels like I'll go drunk from it even though there's no alcohol in it. Well, hey, that's just one of the appeals of drinking. I'll make sure to teach you how to savor it once you're old enough. Same way both my superior and my friend did for me back in the day. Was that back when you were a part of the Northern Jaegers? Yep. Granted, they both kicked the bucket a long time ago. Oh, sorry. This operation brought back a lot of memories. Some of them bad, but plenty of good ones too. Getting by back then was a real struggle. Felt like no matter what we did, nothing ever got any better. You came from Northumbria, didn't you? Seems like life there was a lot more brutal than I could have ever imagined. Would you mind if I asked just when you decided to join the Corps? Couldn't tell you exactly when. It felt like as soon as I knew what was going on around me, I had a gun in my hands. Not like there was much else you could do to earn a living around there. They say it was a nice place till the Northumbria disaster struck around 20 or so years ago. I only go back once every few years now, mainly to pay my respects. I see. It was the kind of place where death would follow you wherever you went, really. And I wasn't any exception to that. I've lost many people who were important to me. One day they were there, the next they were gone. It wasn't until around 6 years ago that Beatrix, well, Colonel Beatrix back then, saved me. And I believe she's the nurse at Thor's. After that, I cut all my ties and headed down the path to becoming a bracer. You all know the rest after that. I guess we do. I don't even know what to say. I can't imagine leading a life like that. Yes, indeed. You won't find many heroines as tragic as me. But, well, what happened at Aurochs Fort made me realize something. Turns out I hadn't completely cut my ties to that place. Crossing blades with old comrades was more painful than I expected. Maybe it's selfish of me to say, but I wish it weren't. Guess this just shows that I've still got a long way to go as an instructor. There's still so much I want to teach you so you can make it through all this, but I probably wasn't cut out for the job to begin with, you know? I have to respectfully disagree with you there, instructor. We've learned a lot from you, both individually and as a class. Things that you didn't specifically try to teach us either. We learned those simply through observing your actions. Like what? Take what happened at Aurochs Fort. Your actions taught us that fighting for the people and country you love can be painful at times. We saw that in your willingness to cross blades with those you once knew. You showed us what it means to be truly determined. At least, that's what I got out of it. And I'm certain we'll one day have to show that very same determination. Huh. That's why we'd like you to continue teaching us from here on out. In fact, we need you to. I can't see us taking back Thor's without your experience and guidance, let alone getting through the Crow. Wow, look at you, Reen. The teachers become the student. Talk about cliches. I get it though. If you're that insistent, then I'll make sure you get all the best education possible. As your instructor and as your comrade. Those cups will never not be enormous, but, you know, it's whatever. But hey, at least we got Instructor Sarah smiling. Nope, not enough to hit rank 6 with her. You can bet I'll keep fighting with you guys, both as your instructor and as part of Class 7. Still, I'm really impressed when I look at how much you've grown in such a short period of time. Alright. And so from here, all that's really left is Eustace. So I'm gonna go ahead, get this reloaded, and then we're gonna pick the people we're gonna make canon. We're gonna get everything continued, but that's all gonna be next time, so definitely join me then for more Trails of Cold Steel 2. Bye for now, guys.